Hello, I'm Charly and today I'm going to be doing another book reviews video. So this is the second book reviews video that I'm doing, and I'm going to leave a link in the description to a playlist that has all my book reviews videos. In all of the videos I'm going to leave that link in the description, so there'll be a playlist so you can go through them if you want to. All of these reviews are going to be spoiler free, so don't worry about spoilers. If it's a second or a third book in a series, then I won't say much about it. And yes, let's just get started. So the first book I have is Emerald Green by Kirsten Gier. This is the third book in a time traveling series. The first book is Ruby Red, the second book is Sapphire Blue, third book is Emerald Green. I have a book talk on all three of these books, so I will leave a link in the description to all three of those in case you haven't read the first one, because the first one is spoiler free for most of the video. And yes, so I'm not going to say anything about this. I did like the conclusion. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, although a lot of people don't like this book. This was my favourite one out of all three, but most people don't like this one, so I have the unpopular opinion here. So this series was kind of just like, it was fun, but like it wasn't anything hugely amazing. So if you're looking for something fun, then I would definitely go for this. And if you read Sapphire Blue and you're not sure if you want to continue, I would definitely read this last book because it does answer all the questions. So yes, I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars, as well as all the other books in the series. The second book I have is Deathnote Volume 1, and this is the black edition, so it has Volume 1 and 2 in it. So yeah, so I've read Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I'm just going to talk about just it as in general, because I read both of them just as one book kind of. I can't really remember which one was the first and which one was the second volume because I just read it all in one go. But this is a manga series and it's amazing. If you're looking for somewhere to start with manga and you're not sure where to start, I would definitely go with this. I haven't read any other manga, but I've heard that Bakuman by this same author is also really good, and the author, by the way, is Tsubame Oba, and the art is by Takeshi Obata. And there's also an anime of this which I have not yet watched. But this is like, seriously, you just fly through it and it's addicting, so you'll want the next one as soon as you finish the first one. And I would recommend getting these bind-ups because it's a lot cheaper to get it this way, because it's 2 in 1 volume. So there's 6 of these because there's 12 volumes in total and there's 2 in each of these. But this is so good. It's about a god, I don't know what he's called, Ryuk, I think. Ryuk. I can't really, this is the first page. This is the only page that's in colour, the rest of it's all in black and white. So the plot of this is kind of hard to explain. It's a mystery kind of thing. There's like a god, sort of, called a Shin. I have no idea. My dog just walked in, so, I don't really know how to explain it. There's this guy. This guy drops, the Deathnote. And the Deathnote is like a book, a notebook type thing, and if you write someone's name in it and you kind of picture their face, then they die. But there's a whole lot of other things. You can put more details into it for how they die, what time they die, all sorts of stuff like that. And basically this god drops the Deathnote into the world, and because he was bored, and the main character, Light, picks it up and he starts writing people's names in it. And then it becomes this whole thing with people that are trying to find him, and it's just, he's trying to kill the person that's trying to find him, but the person that's trying to find him, you don't know who he is, you don't know what he looks like or anything like that. So it's like a whole mystery, who is this guy? Is Light gonna get caught? All that sort of stuff, and it's really good. The funniest part of this whole book is just the start of it. It's so dramatic sometimes, the faces they pull, and I laugh so hard at the faces that Ryuk, I think that's the god's name, Ryuk, pulls, and he's just look at these faces. It just makes me laugh so hard. It looks kind of creepy. It's just saying humans ... are fun. It's what? It's kind of insane. It's really funny though. And I just loved it so much. I don't really know why, but I'm trying to find the bit where he says the really funny thing. He's like, why did you drop the notebook? And he's like, because ... I was bored. It's so funny, okay? It's just so funny. Here it is. He says, because I was bored, that's why. And then later on, just the page after, the God's like, why did you write so many names in it already? And then he's like, I was ... And then he's like, what? And he's like, bored too. And then his face is just so great. Like, I don't know why I find it so funny, but it's just really good. Like, you guys need to read this. If you want to read manga, then just do this, okay? Do it. And obviously, I gave both of the volumes that are in this bind-up 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I have is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. This is a graphic novel, I believe that's what you call it, and it's beautiful, and it's freaking heavy as well. It's freaking beautiful though, and this book is a middle grade book, I believe, and there's a movie called Hugo, and this book is like pretty much half pictures and words, so you like fly through this. You can get through this whole like 500-page thing in like just a couple of hours at the most. Like, I don't know, I didn't read it in one sitting because I was like really busy when I was reading it, but it's amazing. Like, I've never heard anyone like rave about this really, and I don't like rave about it really, but it's really good, and I still remember what happens and everything. It's really interesting. It's about a boy that lives in a train station, and he manages the clocks because his father is missing, I think, and his father used to manage the clocks, and now no one knows that it's him that manages the clocks, and everyone's like, why are the clocks still running? Someone must be doing it. So he lives kind of like in the walls, and no one really knows that it's him that does it. And then he has this automaton, I don't know how to say that word, but it's like a robot thing, and he's trying to get parts for it because it's his dad's notebook, and he drew this robot thing, and he's trying to find all the parts to build this robot. And he steals toys from the toy shop, which is in the train station, and he gets caught, and then he ends up working with the guy to make it up to him, and so that he doesn't get reported to the police, kind of, I think. And then so he discovers so many things about this man that he's working with, and then the automaton, so many things happen, and it's really interesting because I just really liked the idea of the robots and everything, and like old film comes into it. It's really cool. It's really cool. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I would definitely recommend this if it sounds interesting to you. It is a little bit expensive, but I didn't get it for that expensive, I don't think. I think it's like, on Book Depository, I feel like it's like $20-something, like $24 maybe. I know the other book by this same author, Wonderstruck, which I have not yet read, but I plan to, is like $24 on Book Depository. I'm not sure about this one though. The next book I have to review is Looking for Alaska by John Green. And this is the last John Green book that I've read. I've read this one, Fault in Our Stars, Abundance of Catherines, and Paper Towns. I have not yet read Will Grayson, or Let It Snow. But, like, I really, like, thought I would love this book, and I really wanted to. But I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I did really enjoy it, and I think that if I reread it, I might like it a lot more. I did like what happened, but it was kind of a little bit predictable, and, like, it was interesting though with the whole before and after thing. This book it's like a typical John Green book. If you've read a John Green book, it's a bit like Paper Towns. I feel like that's like, if I had to pick one that it was the most like, I would pick Paper Towns. And it's about a girl called Alaska and a guy called Miles, and they are in college, and it's just about their lives really. And he meets Alaska and he falls in love with her, kind of, and then there's this whole, like, every chapter, there's no chapters, it just has, like, here, like, it says 128 days before, and then when you get to after, something happens. And the thing that happened, like, you didn't get a definite answer about what happened, and I don't know why, it just, like, I don't know why I didn't like it as much, but, like, some people really love this book and some people don't like it as much. Yeah, like, I would definitely recommend this, though. If you do like John Green, I would definitely recommend this because it is one of his best, I think. I don't know what my favourite is. I really did like Paper Towns, though. And I do like The Fault in Our Stars. It's a bit overhyped, though, but this one is also really good. So, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, so yes. And the last book I have to review is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is the first book in the Shatter Me trilogy, which is now complete, and I'm currently reading Ignite Me, actually, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I love this series so much. Like, it's a dystopian trilogy. Did I say that? I think I did. But it's about a girl, you probably all know what it's about. It's about a girl called Juliet, and when she touches people, she either kills them or injures them greatly, and this book basically opens out with her locked up in a mental asylum because her parents, like, gave her up to the mental asylum. Is it a mental asylum? Yeah, it is. And she's basically in a room by herself with no windows or anything, and there's no light, and she says everything in, like, numbers. I love this so much, the writing style. But okay, some people don't like this series because of the romance. You have to know going into this that this is really, really centered on the romance. So if you don't like dystopians with a lot of romance, I wouldn't pick this up, but I really, really enjoyed it. And most of the time I don't really enjoy romance that much, so maybe you would still like it. If you really like beautiful writing styles, then you're probably going to like this as well, because if you guys don't know, there's strikeouts in this book. You can kind of see it here. She writes something and then she's like, no, that's wrong, or like, I shouldn't be thinking that, and then she crosses it out and writes something new. And it's really good. It's like a stream of consciousness writing, and like the first sentence, she just talks about numbers a whole lot, and like you can really see inside of her mind with the way this is written. I've been locked up for 264 days, and then there's like one window, four walls, oh, there is a window, sorry. One window, four walls, 144 square feet of space, 26 letters in an alphabet I haven't spoken in 264 days of isolation. I just really like how it's written with the numbers and everything, and it's really good. It's like really short. I flew through this book and it's so much fun, and I remember everything that happened in it, and I'm not like really into dystopian at the moment, but this was amazing. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Also, I do have a book talk on this, which has a spoiler-free section, and I will link that in the description. So that is all for this book reviews video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you've read any of these books and discuss with me, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!